Hi, everyone. It's Joe Steuter, Chief of Client Strategy and a partner here at Intentionally. Welcome to another episode of Message Matters. Today, I want to talk about a $30 billion lesson we can all learn when it comes to messaging, when it comes to running a business. And that lesson comes from something I read recently where I studied up on how Starbucks had made a mistake in who they hired at the CEO level that caused them to lose $30 billion in market value. They brought somebody in who was great on paper, great in PowerPoints, very analytical. He was someone who had been a McKinsey consultant for many years, so the polish was there, the stature was there, the talk was there, the action, not so much. And what Starbucks started to learn is that processes started failing internally. The way they managed stores started to crack, which means lines grew at Starbucks, operational chaos ensued, and before you knew it, the store level, everything was falling apart at the store level across the country. Messaging is the exact same way in your business. Messaging can crack at the store level. If it does, you have a very big problem as an organization. Yes, there's a lot of work that marketing organizations like us at Intentionally do. I love brand work, I love messaging work, but so much of what we coach people through after that messaging is developed and after you spend months of intentional reflection and articulation of that message is that it needs adoption. Your people need to adopt that messaging at the store level, individually, in conversations with clients and prospects each and every day, in conversations with each other, in conversations with their friends and family. If that consistency in your message breaks down at the store level, at the individual level, then you don't have a brand, you don't have consistency, you don't have a perception in the market, an image, or an identity. So, well, what did Starbucks do in this case? They brought somebody else in as the head of the company, a new CEO who had actually been an operator. I think it was the former CEO of Taco Bell, actually. Somebody who's been there, done that. They've been in charge of customer satisfaction at the store level. They've had to scale thousands of stores, and this guy came in and basically turned everything around. So what turned out to be a $30 billion market value cap loss flipped because of the person they had running the ship at that level. And the reason why I share this and the reason why I thought about messaging is because messaging works the same way. If you don't have somebody casting a vision from above and you don't have the adoption at the individual level of that brand message from the very beginning, your entire brand identity falls apart at the seams because it takes everyone singing from the same hymnal in order for that brand to have value and to have strength. So, what's the lesson here? One is to ensure that you are working with operators, with doers, not theorists, not fun brand pitches and marketing agencies who love to talk the talk but can't walk the walk. You need somebody who cares about the results, cares about the impact, cares about how something is, soft as messaging can be or considered to some people, how that messaging can actually have real ROI inside your business and how it can not only shape the culture internally, shape the way people interact with each other, reshape the way that people see and interact and engage with the brand. It also sets everything up. It is the foundation upon which all of your marketing efforts are built on and run throughout the year. If you don't have a solid message, and if you don't have that adoption, and you don't have executors who are in it every day and reinforcing that brand message, reinforcing the importance of it and the consistency and strength of it, then you're standing on a house of cards. So when you think about your messaging this year, whether it's the next email campaign you're sending to clients, the next time you transition between firms and you're thinking about how to communicate to clients and prospects, or even the next time you decide to do a rebrand or a website rebuild, think about the foundation message that you know will have to be memorized, repeated and unmistakable, that will catch fire at the store level so it will get adoption, and ensure that the partners you're working with to bring that to life are marketers who understand the value of being there and having done that. Somebody who knows what to do because they know exactly how to execute on that message. They know exactly what next steps to take, and they're not just theorists who love throwing taglines and ideas at you. No more PowerPoint promises. The world doesn't work that way. It's fun to absorb, but when you're looking for a team that can bring a message to make meaningful impact in the lives of other people, choose the executors. That's it for me this time around. Thanks for watching.